Ladies and gentlemen, on this 7th day of the event, of the beginning of the situation between Israel and Iran, today, June 19th, 2025, Iran has once again prepared several things. And at the very moment I'm recording this video conference, it is exactly 17 hours and 19 minutes GMT. The missiles are on their way. The first package is on its way to Israel. A new air raid alert has been issued since the afternoon in Israel. It has been total turmoil. People are running everywhere and crying everywhere. In other words, the only prayer of Israelis today is, when will God allow the alert system screaming on their phones to finally go silent? That day will be considered the greatest day that God has made for them, meaning the greatest blessing. They themselves are fed up now. They are taking the matter lightly. But now, they just don't understand anymore. They don't understand anymore. It's been 7 days. They've been stuck in this. Yes, work has come to a halt. They too are now experiencing the taste of war, a very bitter taste. And faced with this whole situation, the European Union, the European ministers who were there encouraging Netanyahu to do this, to do that, and so on. The very same ones who said that Israel has the right to defend itself. So, overwhelmed, they have decided to get up and go meet with the Iranian delegation. Yes, you heard me right. It's to meet with the Iranian delegation. It's not the Israeli delegation they want to meet. Israel is already in their pocket. Why do they want to meet with the Iranian delegation? Well, it's because the balance is tipping heavily against Israel. That's what this is all about. Ladies and gentlemen, in this video conference, these are the two major current events we will be discussing. But before we continue, I humbly ask you to do the one thing that motivates us. You know what it is? Give likes, plenty of likes, as many as you can. And above all, always leave your opinion in the comments. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe to the Samouraï TV channel. And most importantly, don't forget to share the video conference in all your groups. Send it to your friends privately, on WhatsApp, on Messenger, on Telegram. Send it privately. The situation is serious. This is a kind of victory for Iran, because Iran said, the Ayatollah Khamenei Ali said, I promise we will have a total victory. Iran will not surrender. And Iran has not surrendered so far. But it's they who are now capitulating and coming towards Iran. Iran has almost achieved victory. Because when we see that the United States of America wants to intervene, wants to attack Iran, it means that Israel is now involved in the matter. Let's go deeper, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go deeper. So, new missile alerts are sounding in northern Israel. Air raid sirens sounded again this Thursday afternoon in northern Israel, following Iranian missile fire on the 7th day of the war between the two countries, according to the Israeli army. According to the Israeli army, not long ago, alert sirens went off in several regions of Israel. Several regions. That means that from now on, Iran is moving to another level. Several regions are going to be targeted. Yeah. Maybe it will be the anniversary. That said, it's sad. Yeah. And so, according to the Israeli army, a short while ago, warning sirens sounded in several regions of Israel following the identification of a missile launched from Iran towards the state of Israel. So it is the Israeli army itself that states that several regions were targeted. Yet, at first, it was just these two cities, Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, Tel Aviv, Jerusalem. But what is Iran ultimately putting Israel into? Into what? It's no longer limited to the capital, Tel Aviv, nor to Jerusalem. The other regions must now experience the might of Iran. It's complicated. The Home Front Command of Civil Defense has called on the population to take shelter in bunkers. Here is what the relevant alert specified. Yes, that's right. So, here is what is specified, that the alert concerns most of the cities and localities in the north of the country. So, about 20 minutes later, the Israeli army stated that residents of the affected areas could leave the shelters. They were told to go inside. Then they were told again to go outside. Was it a false alarm? Or did the Iranians pretend to launch fake missiles into the air? They went inside, then they went outside. But what remains clear is that they did launch. We don't know the time, but apparently it's going to happen. So, here's the first thing. Share the video conference. I want to see a lot of shares. Yes, lots of shares. Lots and lots and lots. That gives the video conference enough visibility and allows us to have many subscribers. There you go. European ministers know. That's a surprising fact. I'm surprised. European ministers are considering a meeting with an Iranian delegation on Friday in Geneva. Maranatha. European ministers are considering a meeting with an Iranian delegation on Friday. So tomorrow, Friday, in Geneva. Now, that's big. Now, it's getting really big. Really, really big. They want to meet with Iran. But why? Why do they want to meet? Why do they want to meet with Iran? Imagine the rest for yourselves. Why? So, according to official information, the foreign ministers of Germany, France, and the United Kingdom are considering a meeting in Geneva on Friday with their Iranian counterpart. This is what European diplomats said on Thursday. And the head of European diplomacy, Kadias Kallas, is also expected to take part in this meeting. At a time when European countries are multiplying calls for de-escalation. So, is to go and plead with Iran to say sorry. Iran, who's there? Iran, who's there? We are seriously inviting, Iran, that's enough. If you don't stop, it will be something else. I said maybe that's why. But what could be the other reason? Why isn't he trying to meet with Israel? We need to understand. All those who are saying, no, Israel is doing this, that, and the other. We need to stop fooling ourselves. Iran is an immeasurable power. The proof is that America wants to intervene. If America doesn't intervene, it can't work. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that was the top international news story. Thank you for sharing it as much as possible. I'll be back with more news for you shortly. This was the voice of your one and only Samurai.